Reading High School, this is our first Arbor Day celebration. And thank you for coming to this exciting event. I am Mr. Alvarado, principal of this beautiful high school. Arbor Day was initially going to be called Sylvan Day. And that's the Latin word, sylvan, means forest or woodland trees. Our state has a long history with trees. In fact, founding father William Penn, a Quaker, named Pennsylvania in honor of his father. By combining Penn and the Latin sylvan, our state's name means Penn's woodlands. Yet Sylvan Day was not the name selected for today. Instead, it is called Arbor, which means trees. And this was coined to celebrate all the trees. But first, let's go back to the roots. And sorry for the pun. Let's go back to the roots of first Arbor. In the 1850s, Julius Sterling Morton and his wife, Carolyn, moved to Nebraska, where it was flat and devoid of trees. The Mortons purchased 160 acres and planted trees and shrubs on the treeless land. Morton became the editor of the Nebraska's first newspaper, and he enthusiastically supported planting trees in the state. The paper became a powerful platform for spreading the word about ecological importance of trees. Morton organized the first Arbor Day in April 1872. It was a huge success, and over 1 million trees were planted. Over the years, Arbor Day celebrations gained momentum, and by 1882, schools across the country celebrated this day. In 1907, President Theodore Roosevelt, a big supporter of conservation, issued an, quote, Arbor Day proclamation to the school children of the United States saying, quote, "It is well that you should celebrate your Arbor Day thoughtfully, for within your lifetimes, the nation's need for trees will become serious." Roosevelt's words from over 116 years still ring true, as our need for trees has never been greater as we face the challenges of climate change. Planting trees, my friends, is a powerful solution to help mitigate the effects of a warming planet. And the benefits of planting trees are plentiful. Trees color our communities. They are nature's air conditioners. Stand in the shade of a mature tree in a hot summer day, and you will feel the difference. Trees also provide food and shelter for the various birds and mammals. Trees filter our air from pollutants. They absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for trees and plants. And this is what we live by at Reading High, especially with our ecology club and all the staff working on this. And I'm very proud of the work that Mrs. Mancela has been doing in the last few years. Her students will share more about why trees are wonderful. And all of us will learn about the new tree tour on Reading High campus. Some of our trees are over 150 years old. And here's the best news. We are about to receive a certification from the National Wildlife Foundation's EcoSchools program for this wonderful work. And as a thank you. And it gives me, a great honor as a principal of this glorious institution to announce that this is our second certificate from Eco Schools. Come on, let me hear it. We received our first certification for the fabulous, wonderful transformation of the courtyard that now has become an outdoor learning space. The inclusion of this second level certification, and let me say this with a lot of pride. The fact that we're getting this second certification goes in lines and solidifies the exquisite and refined beauty of this building. It is with great pride to share that Reading High School has been awarded the title of, quote, the most beautiful public high school in Pennsylvania. And this happened in 2017 by people who know their business. Architectural Design Magazine. Google it. 2017. So, just like I said to my middle school students last week, we have the best boys basketball team champion. Period. We have the best girls tennis team in the county. Period. We have the most beautiful building in the Commonwealth. Period. Architectural Design Magazine undertook a comprehensive analysis of the nation's public schools, and Reading High was deemed the most pleasing, in the Keystone State. The magazine drew a comparison between this building and the medieval castle, and this is where our nickname comes, the castle on the hill. So once again, I want to acknowledge our VIPs this morning. We had the pleasure to have our friend, Mayor Eddie Moran. We also have our Reading School District Board President, Dr. Betts. Thank you for being here. And of course, we have our Superintendent, Dr. Jennifer Mary. Thank you for But I want to thank, first and foremost, our students. Please give it up for our students. And also Mrs. Mancela for the hard work to celebrate trees on campus. Mrs. Mancela and her students, yes. Mrs. Mancela and her students' work will contribute to Reading High School receiving the state's first public school status of having a certified arboretum on campus. So, in closing, thank you, Mayor Moran, for providing these beautiful trees, and Mr. Kissinger of Tree City USA for planting them with our own Mr. Eppenstein. And thank you, Marcy Romanico, for all the work behind the scenes to celebrate this day. So we'll end this event with singing from our choir director, Mr. Smith, and the talented students, members of the choir, and also Mr. Richards, strings ensemble. So, and let me finish with this old Chinese proverb. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. And the second best time to plant a tree is now. Thank you so much. Next, please join me in welcoming Mr. Lester Kissinger of Tree City, USA.
Good morning, friends and colleagues. My name is Lester Kissinger. I'm the city arborist here in the city of Reading. I'm honored and grateful to stand before you today on this special occasion of Arbor Day. It has been a privilege to work with the Reading School District on this project, which started 4 years ago, but was delayed due to COVID and construction. And I am filled with gratitude for the progress we have made together here. Our work has been dedicated to preservation and restoration of our plants' natural resources, and in particular, to planting and caring of trees. It is a cause that is close to my heart, and I am proud to have been a part of such an important effort here at the high school. I wanted to extend my sincere thanks to everyone who has contributed to this project, whether through volunteering their time, donating resources, or simply spreading the word. Your dedication and commitment have been instrumental in making this project a success. Today we celebrate Arbor Day and reflect on the importance of the trees to our plants' health. I am filled with hope for the future. Our work is far from over, but I am confident that we can continue to dedicate and collaborate, and we can continue to make a positive impact on our community here in the city of Reading. Once again, thank you for all your hard work and support. Let's continue to work together towards a brighter future for ourselves and generations to come. At this time, I would like to welcome Board President, Dr. Betts.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Excuse my voice. I am recuperating from having laryngitis, but I wouldn't have missed today. Happy Arbor Day. On behalf of the Reading School Board of Directors, we are certainly proud to be here at Reading High School supporting you today. Congratulations to the entire team. And I just want to say to the students who are here today, who sacrificed your time. You don't have school today, but you came to celebrate with us. I am so immensely proud of you. And I just want to say, can I get a red night? Red night! It's cold, and but you're here with Mr. Smith and Mr. Richards, and I know that you're going to give us a very stellar performance at the end of the program. So I thank both of you for bringing out the students to entertain us. So give them a round of applause. Congratulations, Principal Alvarado. The joint effort of Mr. Lester Kissinger, our City Mayor, Mr. Eddie Moran, Miss Marianne Boyer, Miss Lindsay Walker, Kathy Menzel, for all the efforts, your collaborative efforts to ensure that our students know the importance of trees, why we grow them, and why we need them. Congratulations on receiving the National Wildlife Federation Silver Level Award for your green efforts. You deserve a round of applause. I just noticed in the audience we have another elected official, City Councilwoman, Ms. Donory. Thank you for being here. It says you never know the worth of the shade until the tree is cut down. But we don't need to cut trees down to know the worth of a tree. We don't need that. That's why we continue to plant trees so that we can preserve, upkeep our environment. I am sure that today, wherever Mr. Julius Sterling Morton is, he will be proud and he will be smiling as he sees us gather here today, recognizing Arbor Day several years later. On behalf of the School Board of Directors, I am here today to say thank you to all our community partners, the City of Reading, Tree City USA, and the Foundation for Environmental Education for continuing to put our students first and to make sure that our environmental education stays front and center of their scholastic career. Thank you. I am entirely sorry to disappoint at this speech after the performance at the Geico for the Reading High basketball team. Somebody came up to me today and she says, I know you will be pumped up. I know you will be excited, but I'm sorry, I just couldn't deliver today. My voice wouldn't allow me to do that. And now, I would like to welcome Dr. Jennifer Murray, our superintendent of school. And as soon as I get better and you invite me to another event, I promise I will inspire the crowd. Thank you.
So good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us, students, parents, guests, our elected officials. So I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees have no tongues. So this timeless message of the Lorax, published by Dr. Seuss in 1971, still resonates with us today. The Lorax speaks for the trees, who cannot speak for themselves. He advocates for their protection and preservation. I am honored to speak to you today as we celebrate Arbor Day and Reading High School's Silver Level Certification in the Eco School program through the National Wildlife Federation program and the school's Arboretum status. This recognition would not have been possible without the dedication of the Reading School District staff members, Kathy Manzella, Marcy Permutico, Marianne Boyer, and their students in front of us. Thank you so much. I also want to recognize our facilities team who worked very, very hard this week. Eddie Eppenstein and our facilities crew, thank you so much for your hard work and dedication to beautify our beautiful school. As the superintendent, I am proud to say that the City of Reading has always recognized the importance of trees and their impact on our environment. They play a vital role in providing clean air, shelter for wildlife, and shade during the hot summer months. Thank you to the city for their donation of all of the trees through the Tree City USA program. Today, I encourage all of us to be like the Lorax, to remember that we each have a responsibility to safeguard our environment and preserve the natural world for future generations to come. Trees are a symbol of hope, growth, and renewal. They remind us that even the smallest of actions can make a significant impact on our environment. We must strive to emulate the Lorax and actively work towards the sustainable and ecological conscious future. We are in charge of the trees, and as the Onceler once said, trees are what everyone needs. Plant a tree, treat it with care, give it clean water, and feed it fresh air. Thank you, everyone, for attending. I love you guys. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Eddie Moran.
Hello, good morning. What an honor and privilege to be here. And I don't want to sound redundant, but it's so refreshing seeing our youth, both here present and those watching virtually. I'm not gonna blame Principal Alvarado for not going over all the best periods that we have in the school district, because we would have been here for an hour or two, and who knows how long, much longer. However, as a former school board member, as a dad of a former band and orchestra player, currently my wife is the Red Knight Music Association president. She has been for about 7 or 8 years. I cannot acknowledge that we do have the best chorus in the county, period. I said this last week during another event that I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and trees weren't very well taken care of, or we didn't have much to begin with. So when I moved to Reading, I was like, wow, I made it. I'm in the suburbs, even though that we're in the city. And then when I found out that we are recognized nationwide as a Tree City USA and so many other acknowledgments, and it gave me great pride, even more so, to have been able to make the move here. So I take this very seriously. I take this very committed. That's why our administration makes sure that we have a sustainability manager in Bethany. Thank you. We have an arborist in Mr. Kessinger. We have a clean city coordinator and Mr. Bradley, and we take all of that very seriously. And we are very proud to be a community that is recognized nationwide. And now joins us the school district in being recognized nationally as a silver level certified achievement eco school through the Nation Wildlife Federation program. So congratulations, guys. I do have a proclamation for today, which reads, whereas in 1872, Julius Sterling Morton, who will become Secretary of Agriculture under President Grover Cleveland, proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the plantings of trees. The resulting holiday, Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now recognized throughout the nation and the world, reminding us that one person initiative can make a lasting and meaningful differences. You hear that, guys? We can all dream. Whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. In addition, trees as assets to our community when properly planted and maintained. They increase property value, enhance the economic vitality of businesses, areas, and beautifies our community. And whereas the city of Reading supports a safe, healthy, and sustainable urban forest environment and has been recognized as a Tree City USA by the Arbor Day Foundation for decades. Therefore, this year, the city of Reading has donated 28 trees to the Reading High School and acknowledged their silver level certification achievement as Eco School throughout the National Wildlife Federation program. And whereas trees, whether they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. The city takes pride in being ecologically responsible in numerous practices and processes and encourage residents to do the same. Now, therefore, I, Eddie Moran, Mayor of the City of Reading, do here proclaim April 28, 2023 as Arbor Day. Congratulations, and let's continue to build a better Reading together. It does give me great pleasure to ask you to join, help me join in welcoming Lindsay Walker of the National Wildlife Federation and Mary Ann Boyer of Boyer Student Environmental Consultants to the podium.
Hello everyone, my name is Lindsay Walker. I'm with the National Wildlife Federation and I am absolutely delighted to be here with you today. This is actually the first time that I have been part of an Eco Schools celebration, so I'm so honored to be here celebrating it with you today. And frankly, I am impressed with what you have done here at your school and throughout your city, and I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing what you're doing. I'm gonna get choked up. It's a beautiful thing. So National Wildlife Federation's Eco Schools program is actually an international program administered by the Foundation for Environmental Education. So today, you are already part of it, but today you are becoming part again of an international program that thousands and thousands of schools across the world, across the globe, participate in. So you are part of an international network of students and schools who have worked hard to make their schools more sustainable. In the U.S., National Wildlife Federation administers the Eco Schools program, and there are over 5,000 schools nationwide that participate and are certified. So again, you're becoming part of an international and a national network, and that's something to be really proud of and to celebrate. I'm just so impressed with the fact that you've become an arboretum. It's a beautiful thing, and I would encourage more school campuses to consider going that route. The silver award is, you have one more award level that you can get if you'd want to go for it, and I would encourage you to do that. You could also get a green flag award if you keep working. And mayor's behind it. Let's make it happen. And I also just want to say that I'm sure for the students here today, I'm sure you'll leave a legacy behind in many ways at the school, but these trees will be one of your biggest legacies. And in 20, 30 years, you'll be driving past and you'll be able to point to these trees and you'll be able to say, I planted those trees. I made that happen. I did that. So give yourselves a round of applause for that. I'd also love to say that planting trees is incredibly important and we should all do it more often. And maintaining those trees is even more important. It's not just about putting them in the ground and walking away. It's a lifelong commitment to storing and supporting those trees so that they can grow to their full potential. So I encourage you to continue engaging with your arboretum and continue utilizing it and caring for it into the future. And lastly, to the students, I just want to say that there's many other ways that you can engage with the National Wildlife Federation and our programs. We have an Eco Leaders program that you can engage with as a high school student or as a college student. And we also have a Green Careers Symposium every April. And if you're interested in going into the green career field or working for National Wildlife Federation, come and talk to me. We'll chat. I'd love to support you in that.
Thank you, Lindsay, and welcome everybody. I'm Mary Ann Boyer. I'm with Boyer Sudduth Environmental Consultants, and we work with schools and businesses to help them become more environmentally sustainable. I grew up in Boyertown, and I'm a former teacher, so I know that heavy lifting that the teachers do and the work that the students do. So it's been a privilege to work with Reading High School over the years, with the teachers and the Eco Club, with the transformation of the courtyard. I encourage you, I hope we can get in there to take a look at that if you haven't seen the courtyard, where the students really have transformed it into a pollinator garden and a learning space. And beautiful artwork, and so it's fabulous. And so we've heard a lot about the trees, but I really want to turn it over to Mrs. Manzella, who with her students really can tell you the story that what she's been doing, and then I'll come back to help facilitate a little thing where we'll get to hear from the students with their knowledge. So let's turn it over to Mrs. Manzella.
Good morning. So glad you could come. I know that this has been difficult for some of you to get here, and I look out here, some of you who don't have a tree badge on still have been working with trees with me for years. We looked at the spotted lanternfly, and after checking and counting strips of paper with all these dead bugs on it, we learned a lot about the tree of heaven. So then when the pandemic came and the students were all doing computers, we wanted to do something else, some enrichment program that would reach out a little bit beyond our computers. So with my husband's support, we went around and collected leaves and needles and cones and branches and put them in little packets and dropped them off at the students' homes. And then we went on the internet and we talked about those things. And when the pandemic allowed us to come back to school, we came back and we walked the campus and we thought, oh my goodness, this campus is beautiful. there's all these things we never really noticed before, and we decided to start identifying them. And after we identified them, we thought, there's like over 50 that we easily found. And then we brought in experts, and we walked with the campus to find out what exactly we had, got their exact scientific names, and then we reached out to the community and got a local person that would make signs for us. And you'll notice that we have put signs on trees. Mr. Eppenstein went around with me last Saturday morning for 2 hours carrying a ladder across this campus to get the names on these trees. We have great grounds crew that are keeping it nice and inviting looking all the time. So such an appreciation we have to give to all the people who have helped with this. But mainly the stars of it are the kids that are out there that have their name badges on. These were the little miniature watercolors that they made that we then created into a tag. These students that are wearing the tag have been involved in these programs, and some of them, because of the issues this week, didn't quite get to finish coloring their tag, but they're still involved in it. So they will volunteer to give you more information that they have discovered. Up here, these represent some of the students and the trees. They each picked 2 trees. Today they're going to be an expert on 1 tree for you. And Mrs. Stapleton is holding the other tags of the students who couldn't get here. And over here are sayings that the students said about what they think about trees and why they think it's important. So I invite you to check those 3. And now, Marianne, you're going to have a little activity for us.
I have this, by the way. This is tree peonies. Peonies are usually a flower, but I have a tree peony, and this is they're a little wilted from my garden to thank you.
Thank you very much.
And also I have a bouquet for Marcy Permudico as well. So anyway, I'm going to ask the students to come up, in Mrs. Manzella's class, and I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to explain what we're going to do in a second. Thank you, Marcy. If you guys can kind of spread out behind, like just, because these guys are the experts, but just definitely maybe like spread out kind of like, really spread out maybe from that pole to that pole, really spread out, because people are going to come up and keep heading down, you guys heading down this way. You really want to spread out even more. And if you guys can go all the way down there, that would be great. Or like where the pole is, maybe like so. The adults here, we're going to do a little bit of, it's kind of like speed dating. We're going to have the students in a minute. We're going to ask you to, again, I'll have you guys spread out even more. We're going to have the adults find some students and have the students will share their facts about the tree and just why trees are important. And we'll do that for about 2 minutes, and then I will say, all right, we'll try and do this. I'll say after 2 minutes, I'll say, okay, adults, please find other students. The students, you guys will stay put, and then adults, please find another student to learn about trees. And we might, we'll do 2 rounds, perhaps 3, but I'll just say round 1, round 2, and round 3. So, and then so that's students, you'll stay put. And I'm just going to welcome the adults here to go up and find some students. And then students, go ahead and share your facts. So everybody up.
Y'all got any spare blankets?
Yeah, that's okay. Join another. Yeah. We can double up. So if you already have some students, go ahead and double up.
Take you back to DR. So if you notice, look, these 2 trees here are the same. Oh, I learned all about that.
Okay, I think we're going to have round two. Adults, please find some other students, and we'll do round two, and definitely double up. So please find some students to share your facts.
He ain't even won it for real. Shut up. Not surprised because that other man got 8 I didn't realize. Arbor Day is always the last Friday in April. So today really is Arbor Day. I was like, is it really today? Like, is today really the day? It is. The last Friday in April every year is Arbor Day. So it is today. Today's the trees day. That's why I thought it was just a Friday. Just symbols on a Friday. And he's like, Arbor Day. I'm like, is it really? How did it just happen to fall on a Friday?
All right, let's do one more round. One more round. Find some new students. One more round, please. New students.
We're supposed to sing at 10:55. Great. I think we're going to go like right in front of Come on, guys. Is that with you or Okay, after she gives the certificate to the Red Knight, like we are Arboretum, then we're gonna sing A Lovely Day. No, it's like they're in the last round. So thank you everyone. You're gonna sit down. You're gonna give the certificate. You are Arboretum Reading High, and then we're gonna get up and sing. And then after and that's it. That's it. Yeah. Our time was 10:55. We're supposed to sing at 10:55. That's what's on the big paper over there. Snacks are in there, so everyone like goes inside.
Good, good.
That's where the strings are.
All right, everybody. Thank you, students and adults. I'll ask everybody to have a seat for the last part. And just have a seat. We're going to hear from Mr. Smith's vocal group. But first, as people are wandering back to their seats, I'm going to ask the Red Knight to come up and Lindsay Walker to come over to pass this certificate of Eco School certification. So please have a seat, folks. Local company, okay. All right, if folks want to take a seat, please, that would be great.
What a fun event. The mayor has learned so much. You guys, the students have become the teachers. Nice work.
Let's give it up for the students.
I also just forgot to say earlier that I wore my tree earrings for you all today, so I hope you appreciate that. Okay, so this is not, I'll be honest, this is not your official certificate. This is a placeholder, but your official certificate is coming. But we're still going to do the ceremonial handoff because it's fun, right? So again, thank you so much for inviting me into your community to be here today, and I am deeply honored and pleased and excited to present the Red Knight with your Eco Schools Silver Award. Congratulations!
All right, and now we'll have Mr. Smith's vocal company.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, 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 a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. impossible to face. When someone else instead of me always seems to know the way. Then I look at you, then I look at you, then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, just one look at you, just one look at you, and I know it's gonna oh, it's gonna be a lovely day. Gonna be a lovely day. It's 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 gonna be a lovely day.
I know, before the rain comes, I was like, we're going to sing that and it's going to like start to rain. We do have one more piece we prepared. We sang last night. It's called Higher and Higher. Just let me get my little pitch pipe out so we can get our pitch, and we will sing. I know, my digital pitch pipe is a pitch Your love keeps lifting me, keeps on lifting me. Your love keeps lifting me higher and higher. Your love keeps lifting me, keeps on lifting me. Your love keeps lifting me higher and higher. Now once I was downhearted, disappointment was my closest friend. But then you came and it soon departed, and he never showed his face again. Your love keeps lifting me, keeps on lifting me. Your love keeps lifting me higher and higher. Your love keeps lifting me, keeps on lifting me. Your love keeps lifting me higher and higher. Oh, your love keeps lifting me, oh, keeps on lifting me. Your love keeps lifting me higher and higher. Oh, your love keeps lifting me, oh, keeps on lifting me. Your love keeps lifting me higher and higher. Your love keeps on lifting me, keeps lifting me higher, higher, higher.
And this is what Reading High School is all about. It's about hard work. These kids put so many hours, refining the pieces. It is about talent. Every time that I stand outside at dismissal and I see a river of 5,000 kids exiting the building, I call that the river of promise and talent. Hard work is important. Talent is important. But there's a special ingredient that is not that visible. You know what that is? The love and the passion that these kids bring to us. And that's what our basketball team said the other day. We play for love. And I remember these words. We play for our stuff. And what is their stuff? Three things. Our city. We play for the love of our city. We play for our school, the love of our school. And lastly, and this is so important, we play for the love of family. And we have family members right here. Please give it up for our parents. I could be listening to these guys all day long. And as a matter of fact, last night, I left like around 9:30, just enjoying the talent, the effort, and the love. So the question for you is, do you like it?
Yeah.
And I like that question because we have more for you. So at this point, I would like to ask everybody to transition to our beautiful LGI room. We have another music piece performance, and we also have some light refreshments. It's too cold outside. Let's go in. Thank you.
Everybody come to the